to me, but he ain't listen to me. I tried to talk to him. He ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me.
And I'm here in the building. I don't even know how I'm at. What up, though? It's your boy, Boom C Spaceship Oasis the Incredible. Back for another edition of In This Corner. This is my Raw recap for November the 11th, live from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's from the crib. They had it at the crib. Made me happy a little bit. At first, I was like, where are they from? I always miss where they from, right? And so when they said they was in Grand Rapids, I was excited. I was like, okay, they at the crib. We don't really fuck with the 616 like that, but, you know. Michigan is Michigan. Raw was pretty good tonight. I think Raw has found its bag, if you will. I think Raw has found where it wants to go, if you will. And I liked what I got from Monday Night Raw tonight. We had a lot of stuff. We had a lot of development. My question, and I think they were setting up, I think two of the big things they were setting up tonight was the War Games matches. We thought on Friday that Solo just mentioned 5-on-5 because he was going to recruit Sammy. But since they doubling up on it right now, it's making me believe there's going to be a 5-on-5. Is there going to be a new bloodline member? Is Talatonga, the former Hikuleo, going to join? They tried to get Seth Rollins, and we're going to talk about that. And so I'm wondering who is the 5-on-5. Now, I never paid attention to it until this year. Make sure y'all hit the like, give me some hearts, give me some stars. Just let me know you in here. You know, I know you might not like wrestling too much, but you know, hi, motherfucker, you here that you being nosy, right? I never paid attention that they had most women matches 4-on-4 and the guys 5-on-5. And I saw something about that, and I was like, it doesn't really matter, right? Or I never paid attention to it. But then tonight, it looked like, in my eyes, that they are setting up the female War Game. What up, Luca? It looks like they're setting up the female War Games match. That main event with Liv and Raquel versus Jada Bianca for the tag titles was really nice. And I was interested in it, but it became even more interesting as time went on. And that's what really got me. And I was like, whoa. And then then I started thinking when Nia and Tiffany came out, I'm like, okay, there go 4. Then Naomi came out. I said, oh, there go 3. And shockingly, Io came out. And I know Io has the feud with Liv, and I wonder if she's taking that would have been a great. Think if this is the War Games team. Think of a War Games team with Jade, Bianca, Naomi, and Rhea. That would have been nice. I still think they should have some Survivor Series type matches. Even if it's like the New Testament versus the Y6. Have a Survivor Series style match. American Alpha and somebody else versus the LWO. Do something. I think that will help. But tonight was interesting. as they got shit together. And I liked a lot of shit. Like, okay, so we started off with Gunther coming to the ring. And tonight I realized they don't really have Gunther. Make sure you let me know what you think about tonight's show as well, man. Drop the likes in the comments, hit the like, go to the YouTube, subscribe. Those things, when you interact and not just watch, it helps. It helps the channel. Y'all come in for 3 seconds or whatever, hit the like. Say hi, right? But we started with Gunther coming to the ring, and it was very interesting because I realized, like, Gunther ain't been leading off the show. And if I look back, and I'm going to just look back, since, what's this? What do I have? I got a new book, y'all. So in this book, we started 10-14. Rhea Ripley starts the show. Then 10-21, Seth Rollins starts the show. 10-28, Jey Uso starts the show. Saudi Arabia, Liv Morgan starts the show. So Gunther has not started the show in a very long time. So with Gunther coming out, I was expecting Gunther with this long segment. Not, because it's 2 hours now, so they haven't been really having the long segments, but at least 5 minutes. It was a 5-minute segment, but Gunther didn't say much of shit. Because as soon as Gunther brought up Damien Preist, here comes Damien Preist. And I can say this was probably Damien Priest's best promo in a very long time. He felt believable on this promo. And they announced that Priest and Gunther's going to fight at Survivor Series. And we all thought it was going to be Punk. But I guess Punk going to take some time away. Punk don't have to wrestle that much. They got enough people. When Punk comes, he's going to be a big deal. Right? And so Gunther, like, I don't look in the past. Right? And they was talking in reference to losing to Cody Rhodes, that crown jewel. Priest comes out. Priest says Gunther doubts himself. Priest say, let me guess what you gonna say about me. I'm street trash. My parents this, my this, that. Now you set up and waited on your opportunity. And he said, but Gunther, you're doubting yourself now. You're not the same. Since you won that title, you ain't been the same Gunther. He was in Gunther's ass. He didn't let Gunther say shit. Now, the thing about it, Gunther's mannerisms was really dope here. Gunther's mannerisms made shit believable. But Priest was just bing, 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 bing. And I'm like, damn, Priest. And he was getting pops. The crowd was eating it up. And then here comes Ludvig. Ludvig's talking, trying to say what Priest wasn't going to do to Gunther and and then Gunther puts his hand over the mic. Wow. Shuts him up and Priest. And I think this is the first wrinkle between them two. Gunther may turn to a face. But Ludvig might beat him first. But I see this division, and then Ludvig gets beat up by Damien Preist, right? Priest won't Gunther, come on. And Priest told him, if it was anybody else, you probably would have hit their ass. But you don't want none of this smoke. And Priest said, I doubted myself. I didn't think, but if it wasn't for Finn Balor, I'd have beat you. So come get this smoke. Come on. Priest didn't want that smoke. I thought this was very good. I thought this was very tense. I think this set up the match very well. I think Priest did an amazing job just setting the stage and making this feel like a big deal. This is one of those times when Priest walked out and I was like, Priest is in the main event. Priest is a main eventer. I'm still shaky on him, but I can't. Priest is a main eventer right now, and I'm not mad at it. Priest showed a lot of fire tonight. He showed a lot of fire, and it looked good. Then you had Damage Control in the back. They're going to fight PFC, Pure Fusion Collective. And then, ta-da, the return of Dakota Kai. And I like Dakota. She gets hurt a lot, but I like Dakota. But I felt like she was about to turn heel. She was too chipper and shit, right? She was mad chipper. And I guess it's just happy to be back with her girls or whatever, but and the song fits Dakota more than it fits Io. So when she comes out with the song, because I don't like their song when it's just Io and Kai. But with her, the song fits. But I do see her end up turning on Io because she's just a better heel. Dakota's a good heel, but this had me thinking like, dang, even think about the women. You still got Asuka out there. You got Charlotte out there. Dakota's just coming back. Who else? Charlotte, Asuka, Becky. You got Becky still out there. They got a lot of women. Think of these matches that's going to come down. Think of these matches that's going to happen. But I like the match. Then you had the Truth before the match started, and I told you I don't like when they do shit like this. But then they had the Truth, New Day, Pete Dunne. They set up Kofi versus Pete Dunne. But Kofi was trying to apologize to Truth for not helping him. Here comes Xavier Woods, right, with his shit. And then Pete Dunne comes. He don't like Truth calling him Butch. But then Kofi takes up for Truth and says, you want this smoke? Let Truth fight his battle. I felt Woods on that. I still don't like Woods, though. But I felt Woods. Why is you fighting the Truth battle? If you got a problem with Truth, you got a problem with me. Your partner right here, though. He ain't your partner. Now, I do remember y'all used to be the tag champs together. But he ain't your partner no more. Okay? But the PFC Pure Fusion Collective versus Damage Control match, it was good. It was crispy. It was fast-paced. All the women got their spots in. It didn't look too clunky. I like the little backbreaker, neck breaker combo that Sonya and I think Zoe did. But then you had the over the moonsault by Io Sky. And she wins. And she's the number one contender for Liv, as I mentioned before. So letting her get the win was good. Letting Dakota get her reps in a little bit was good. So it was nice. I like it. Then you had the recap from the Bloodline from Friday with Sami Zayn. A lot of people are complaining about, like, it's going too fast. I don't know if it's going too fast. I just don't like how it's getting there, right? Thank you for the like. Who is that? Like my shit. You know what I'm saying? The Hekila we love. I don't know if it's, like Sammy coming out and they apologizing real quick and him with Roman. I like that segment. He's not family. But then as soon as he comes out and helps, now he's family. I didn't like that. Like, there has to be more. So, you had Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy in the back. And they were like, who are we going to get for the fifth person? And Sammy was like, I think I know somebody. No, you don't. Not yet. I hope you don't ask KO. I swear. But we're going to talk about that later. What up, Chase? And then they announced Priest and Ludvig tonight. And so who you think in chat? Let me know who y'all think, and I'll read them later. Who's going to be the fifth person on each team? You had Kofi versus Pete Dunne, which was a decent match. You felt like Kofi was going to lose. I felt like Kofi was going to lose because the progression, Kofi can lose. Pete Dunne needs to keep giving these wins. Woods interferes, though. Woods hits Pete Dunne while he's on the outside. And then Kofi gets distracted. Like, why did you do that? Listen, if you ain't want him there, then tell him to stay in the back. Tell him to stay in the back then. But then you up here talking. You a veteran, bro. You a veteran, bro. You should not be tripping like that, bro. Get back in the ring. Finish him off. But he does it. Pete Dunne hits the bitter end. And then when they were walking to the back, Xavier Woods just kept talking. He just kept talking, right? And so Woods pushed him off. Like, bro, what you mean? He's like, you're not worried about yourself. You worried about everything else. Like, what did you mean? I don't need you to be hitting on nobody for me, bro. So they still teasing this. I don't know which direction it's going to go. But sometimes I think Kofi going to turn heel. Sometimes I think Kofi going to listen to Xavier. New Day, if y'all don't remember, New Day started off as faces and then turned heel real quick. That can work for them. I don't know how Big E going to play into this, but I don't know how it's going to go. But I'm almost interested. There's something tonight that actually interests me that I'm typically, if you watch this show, if you watch me on Mondays, you know does not interest me very well. Does not interest me much at all. Well, let's keep going. Then you have the Judgment Day segment, and Finn was back with the Judgment Day. Finn thanks Dom sarcastically and tells him, you said you were going to get Damien. And Dom reminds him, I did beat Damien. And I've gotten closer to the world title than you have. And there's tension there now. I don't know. It almost made me feel like they trying to turn Dom face. Because Finn just turned on Preist. So would Finn turn face now? What's going to happen with them? But Finn said, okay, if we family, then you, Dom, and Carlito fight the War Raiders next week. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. That's really weird to me. It's the Judgment Day are dwindling, right? What up, Cass? What's good, my baby? The Judgment Day are dwindling to me, but this is interesting because I don't know what they're going to do. Like, Liv has to stay a heel, right? And Dom is attached to her. And I don't think they're going to turn Finn. Not yet, at least. So then you see Bronson Reed coming out for his promo. And Bronson Reed himself got the 8 o'clock. I always look at who they bring in for the next hour, right? I always look at the hour spots, right? Who's going to be at the top of the 8? And when it's 3 hours, who's going to be at the top of the 9? And who's at the top of 7, right? But in the background, did you see Jay Uso talking to Ray? It was cute, but we all know Ray is not getting in Warpath. Ray would get slaughtered by Jacob. What up, Toby? So it's a little red herring. Then you have a Jade and Bianca promo real quick. Talking about Liv and Raquel. Hey, I love you, my baby. You know that. You know I love you, my baby. I appreciate it. You 1,000 with me. And I appreciate you because I can tell you stuff and you don't get mad or offended. And you understand that I just want to be a big brother. So Elimination Chamber is March 1st in Toronto. Baby, don't let me get no money. That's around my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to do it. But Toronto, I want to go to Toronto anyway. I haven't been to Toronto in a very long time. But Elimination Chamber is March 1st. Look you. Bronson Reed promo. He challenges Riley. He say, look, all them up, you've been fighting men. I'm not a man, I'm a monster. And Self, to his credit, comes out again. They brawl. They big brawl, right? Bronson Reed is about to hit a suicide dive. Now, I knew he wasn't going to hit the tsunami on the table, even when Seth moved everything. I said, he's not going to give him another tsunami. Can't give him another tsunami. But he tried to hit him with a suicide dive, and he hits all the security, and it was crazy. Bronson Reed is so crazy with it, right? Like, and I love that they're giving him this opportunity. They're not just letting him fight and lose, but he's actually getting the promo. He came out for the promo. You know what I'm saying? He came out for the promo. And so we're going to see, and I think they gotta give Bronson Reed a win. Now, they're fighting next week on Raw. Next week on Raw, looking nice, son. Raw next week is looking nice, but I think they're going to give Bronson Reed the win. They got to. They got to be building him for something vicious. You know what I'm saying? But, Seth wants Bronson. Adam Pearce gets it to him next week. Then here comes Sammy, begging ass. Oh, Keith Sweat ass. Trying to get Seth Rollins, excuse me, to join the bloodline. No. Hell to the now. To the now. Seth like, dude, y'all, I did everything in my power. I was hurt. Do you forget I was hurt? Trying to bring this man down. And now y'all want to join together to bring him back up. I can't fuck with it. I felt Seth. And Seth ain't even turning heel. Y'all can be cool with the nigga. If I ain't cool with you, I ain't cool with you. I'm not gonna help you because you need me. Fuck you. No. Seth says, no, he's shot. Sammy, what is you doing? You should know better. I'm thinking, Toby. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then you had Priest versus Ludvig Kaiser. Good match. Good solid match. Let Priest build up these wins. Kaiser loses nothing. Priest did not need to lose because he just lost to Dom. He can't lose twice and still be fighting for the world title. So Priest ain't finna lose before Survivor Series, right? But you had the Priest win. Nothing too spectacular about it. I may have missed the end of it. I put my phone in my pocket. I had to go downstairs. But so for me, I didn't see everything. Yeah, I said that earlier. Gunther and Ludwig got some, they're going, yeah. Then you had Braun Breaker talking about how he wants to be speed champion and all this and Sheamus. And then here comes Sheamus. Too soon. I'd have gave Sheamus this at Royal Rumble so he could win the title. Sheamus wants to win the Intercontinental title. He cannot beat Breaker. Breaker cannot lose again. Braun Breaker cannot lose to everybody and then win the rematch. Breaker has to beat somebody and move on. And I don't think Sheamus is the person to do it. No. Sheamus done got his life together now. He's still thick, though. He's a thick boy. He's thick. He a Paul. Fat ass white ginger. You know, he a Paul. But so they set that match up too, right? Then you have the New Testament talking to Miz. And Miz was like, nah, what up, Rick? Do it for Ricky. You know, he was like, man, no. I'm not fucking with them. We made amends. And, Miz okay with the acting, but I don't know. But I like this segment. They brought him to the ring. Wyatt 6 came out deep. And some kind of way Miz got out the ring. They jumped in the ring. Miz hit Jerome with a chair. And so now you got the New Testament. In the New Testament, of course, the Wyatt ain't been in a feud but with American Made, but the New Testament got the best of the Wyatt 6. And even when you're sitting there looking, you're like, Cross and AOP is so much bigger. They got Eric Rowan, but Gacy and Loomis, they all right, but they ain't nothing compared to them. And so I was happy. And the Miz was whooping their ass, so now we got 4-on-4. Let's do a Survivor Series match. I want to get back to the old school Survivor Series matches. You can get more people on, nice matches. You ain't got to put on a bunch of matches, 5 matches like you usually do, and they will last long enough. Why not? The New Testament beats them down, but as they're leaving the ring, Uncle Howdy's still laughing. So you ain't finna just punk Uncle Howdy. But I like that they got beat down. It's okay for them to get beat down. I don't want them to have the air of they're always gonna win because these were mid-card guys. We gotta build them up. They were mid-card guys. Then you had Solo and Seth. and Seth says, look, I will never, ever team with Roman again, which is a lie, but I digress. But what I would never, definitely not do is team with a Roman Reigns wannabe. Woo, bird. Oh, good. He would never join forces with a wannabe Roman Reigns. Wow. And Jacob tried to get up in his face. This ain't what you want, player. Jacob, this Rollins is different, Jacob. You don't want that. So I start thinking, will Cody and KO join the teams? Like, will Cody join Roman and then KO like fuck it because KO took out Randy Orton. Cody took out Randy Orton. Right? So it's like Cody and KO? That's the best you can do. You got too many bloodlines. You got Hikuleo. So I don't know if it's gonna be KO. Maybe it's Cody and then another bloodline member, and KO comes and helps them or beats up Cody. But it's 5-on-5. This is interesting. It's 5-on-5. So we'll see. Next week, you got Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. You got Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. You got Dominic and Carlito versus the War Raiders. These are good matches for next week, y'all. And then probably give us one more match because it seems like they've been giving us 4 matches. I don't think Zilla's going to debut so that Zilla ain't, let me tell you, we hype Zilla, but Zilla ain't that good to be on main roster yet. Zilla ain't main roster ready. Zilla is Manu right now. Zilla's not Jacob Fatu. Hikuleo might be ready, but I don't. That would be an injustice if they put Zilla. They might put Trick. Jay Uso go back to NXT. Like, let me holler at you, player. Ooh. Nah, I doubt that. Then you doing some close shots. Then you had somebody just got murdered. Damn. Sorry, y'all. We had the main event. Somebody just got murdered. That was a lot of shots. We had Liv and Raquel versus Jade and Bianca. Good match. Good main event. I was happy they had the main event slot. And then Nia Jax and Tiffany comes out. Then Naomi comes out. It's a clusterfuck. Yeah, that might be the solution. And I think Jay was hurt because they didn't even do their finisher. Jay beat Liv with the KOD, right? And so then after the match, she didn't come out yet. Nia clotheslined both of them after the match. And then Io came out, right? And so this made me start thinking, War Games? I think this will be a good War Games match. I don't know if it has all the heat behind it, but I like how they put it together. Because last week when they had Jade and Bianca cut off Liv, you didn't think it was going to lead to this. But it's kind of rushed. They didn't have the time with the women to build something. All the women were doing their own shit. And like Pure Fusion Collective wasn't strong enough, right? Damage Control's hurt. You could have done Bianca, Jade, Naomi, and Bailey, maybe, but against Nia, Tiffany, Candice, and what's the girl that got Indy? That would have been decent. But this is building all of like some great women into a match, though. You got the faces are truly pop-tastic. They're going to get big pops. Then you have the heels who are big heels. These are actually probably the biggest and best that they have right now. These are the top. All four, maybe Bailey. Maybe Bailey. But right now, there's no more women that's the top. Exactly. That I like that. It still would have been that tension. I like that tension. If you'd have had them on the same team in War Games with that tension, I like that. And Naomi trying to be peacekeeper, this could probably lead to a Bianca heel turn. And then eventually she spread off and now Bianca and Jay fighting. I'm not mad at that. I know that. So that would have been dope. You know, I think that, but you know, I like this match though. I like this match. I don't know if it's War Games worthy. They're gonna have to do something, and we know this. We got what? Two more Raws, 3 more Raws. It's the 30th, right? So we got 3 more Raws. What are they gonna do to make this match War Games ready? Right now, it's just a good 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. But if you're gonna put this in the confines of War Games, what's gonna make me say, okay, not just the wrestlers? Because if it's just the wrestlers, I'm not gonna give 2 shits about the match. Right? What's at stake here? What's at stake here? So it's not bad though. I'm gonna give this show 2.5 ships. 3.25 ships. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it 3.5 ships. This was a pretty good show. I'm not mad at this show tonight. It had a lot of action. It had some good action. They give you 4 matches usually. Let me see. We had Damage Control versus PFC. We had Kofi and Pete Dunne. We had who else? Preist and Kaiser. And we had Liv, Raquel, Jada, Bianca. 2 men matches, 2 women matches. I ain't mad at that. And you literally had probably more women. You had 6, right? You had 6, then you had 8. 14 women on. You had 14 women on tonight. At least. Let me see. Anybody else? Any other women? No. Not bad to me. Oh, you had Xavier Woods. Because he's a bitch. Hey, look, man. Drop your comments, your thoughts, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you let me know what you think about tonight's show. Hit the like, you know. Follow me. Check us out this Thursday. DY Radio Thursday Night House Party and all that good shit. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Boys. Incredible. This has been In This Corner, the Raw recap for 11/11/24. I'm out this thing, man.
But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. I tried to talk to him. He ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. Try.